Well, sad to say, we saw a major escalation of the conflict in the Middle East overnight as US President Donald Trump decided to join the Israeli attacks on Iran. Remember, this was the president who wanted to end America's forever wars, but he's joined the Israeli attack against the wishes of many prominent Republicans. And MAGA allies, including long-term Trump supporter Steve Bannon, warned against any US intervention, insisting this is Israel's fight to finish. In my market review yesterday, I highlighted that traders were amazingly optimistic about things with three taco trades: that the tariff war was over, that Trump's threats against Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell were hot air, and that the US wouldn't risk expanding the conflict in Iran. Well, I was skeptical at the time, and so it's proved to be. US President Donald Trump said American bombers struck Iran's three main nuclear sites and threatened more attacks if Tehran didn't capitulate, pulling the US directly into the country's conflict with Israel, despite his long-time promises to avoid new wars. The US's Air Force B-2 Spirit stealth bombers were involved in the strikes, with Reuters reporting 6 MOT bunker buster bombs used on the Fordo research site buried deep in the hills of Iran. The S&P ASX 200 had a 0.2% price lower on Monday, although the futures were set before the weekend strikes. Gold will likely spike higher as a safe haven, and we may well see a positive move on the US dollar, but also perhaps higher yields on treasuries too. So all up, this is a massive spanner in the works, and we won't know the true consequences for markets for some time. But the uncertainty trade just accelerated, and we think extended volatility is likely in the days and weeks ahead. Perhaps the 4.89% on the US 30-year Treasury suddenly looks like a pretty attractive deal. And for small open trade exposed economies like Australia, the risk premium just went up significantly. Perhaps it's time to, well, duck and cover.